Hey everyone, welcome back to Chart Stoppers. Before we get into today's stock, I just need to remind everyone that this channel is about looking at different stocks and mapping out their key support and resistance areas on their daily charts. Also, we will be identifying any trends a stock is in and any key technical patterns we can find on their charts. Don't forget, this channel is for educational purposes only, and I'm not advocating to buy or sell any of the securities talked about on this channel. But I am here to point out key factors on the charts that do impact the price action of a stock. Also, I provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use it to start an account and you will get 2 free stocks. And don't forget, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below and I will try to get to it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. Okay, so let's get into the market today. Today is December 3rd, 2021. It is Friday, the end of the week. And as you can see here, the market finished the day down today. It was a big red day in the market. A lot of selling pressure to finish the week out today. The S&P 500 finished the day down 0.87%. The Dow finished the day down 0.11%. And the NASDAQ was the big loser of the day, getting crushed today, almost down 2% today, finishing the day down 1.92%. You could see here in the morning, things just started off coming out selling and pretty flat throughout the majority of the day. And then we had a little bit of buying pressure through the close here. So that is a pretty good sign going into Monday. Hopefully over the weekend, there's a lot of fears over this Omicron variant of COVID. Also with the tapering that's going on with the Fed and a lot of other things. The jobs report came out today also. So there's a lot of things going on affecting the market, and it's been up and down this week. So hopefully this buying pressure that came in late today is a good sign for next week. We will see what happens though. So let's get into the stock I wanted to take a look at today. Today I'm going to be covering Chargepoint. I've done a few videos on this one in the past. I'll leave a link in the upper right hand corner to the most recent one. You should be seeing that right now if you want to go back and check that out. Okay, but on the day, Chargepoint finished the day at $21.61. It was down 7.39% today. And in the past week, this stock is down 17.54%. So it's not been a good week for this stock. All right. And in the past month, it is also down 13.42%. So it hasn't been a good month either. And in the past 3 months, it is down 4.72%. In the past year, it is down 31.16%. So we are in negative returns over the past year for this stock. So if we could go back on the chart here, back to 2020, let's take a look at where we were trading at around this time last year. So if we go back to December 3rd of last year and see where we finished the day at, it looks like we closed December 3rd last year at $32.56. So we were right around this area right here, and it looks like we had a lot of volatility around this time last year. We were on our way up to all-time highs. It was right around the time that everyone was going nuts over the EV stocks, and everyone was buying the hype. So you could see that it was right on a dip here, December 3rd, that the stock was trading right around that $32 level. So that's where we were at last year compared to where we're at this year, where it looks like we are headed down to our $20 support level to test that once again. And, it didn't look like just last week or 2 weeks ago that we would see $20 again, but here we are again going down towards that $20 level. Okay, so let's quickly go through the support and resistance levels of this stock, and then we'll get into what's been happening here. All right, so starting at the top here, you can see I have a resistance line around $46. And that's where we need to see this stock get up to, and we're going to want to see a daily candle close above $46. You could see the all-time high is $49.48, and we reached that on Christmas Eve of last year, December 24th. Okay, we've been above that $46 intraday on a couple occasions, but we've never been able to close above $46. So we're going to want to see a daily candle close above that $46 level if we want to see this stock make new all-time highs. All right, now going down our chart, you could see we did have some support around $35.50. And on the way up, it looked like we had some consolidation around that level. And also coming down off those all-time highs, we had a little bit of consolidation around that level also before breaking that level on our way down during that correction that we had in February through March, April, and May earlier this year. Okay. Going down our chart, we did have a resistance level, not support, at $27. As you can see, coming off of our base at $20, we've had trouble getting through that $27 level. And we'll talk more about that in a minute, but you could see just a couple instances on the chart here. Right around April here, we have sorry, I moved the line here, but in April, we got rejected off that level. And also here in August, we tested that level again, got rejected. And also you could see here this latest test of the $27 level that we just recently saw back in November was a failed attempt also, because we did, even though we did get above there briefly, we did not hold above there and stay above there. We did fall back below that resistance level, and now we are headed back down towards our $20 support, as we can see here. All right, so you could see lastly, we do have our $20 support, which I've talked about. This will be another time that we are headed towards that support. You could see that we have tested this multiple times. Once back in March here, another time in April, another time in May, and we did build a little bit of a base here in, it looks like, August through September. We briefly dropped below that $20 level in October. Looked like we were going to fall below there and keep dropping, but we did recover on this latest uptrend that we were on. You could see I have this uptrend marked in the green here. We were on a nice little uptrend with our daily candles, just riding that little trend line that I had marked here until we did break that. And you could see that break of trend, how important that is here, because once we did break that trend line, look at how far we've gone since breaking that trend here. That's why trend lines are very important, because once you see a break of trend, look at how far we have dropped since then, because you could see once we broke that trend, that was around $25 here. We've gone from $25 all the way down to where we're at now, and we are at, we closed at around $21.50 today. So just look at how far we've gone since breaking that trend. That's why it's very important to watch those trend lines. All right. Another thing on our chart, you could see this stock has a very hard time holding its gains. All right. Every time we get some gains, they do not last. Look at how fast we go up and how fast the gains disappear here. All right. That's one thing I've noticed about this stock is whenever this stock goes up, it quickly dissipates its gains. It does not hold its gains at all. It'll go up very quickly, but as quickly as it goes up, it goes down even faster. So you have to watch out if you're invested in this stock or trading this stock. You have to, be aware of the volatility that you're going to experience investing in this stock. And another thing I wanted to point out is the lower highs it's been making since making that all-time high. You could see it's in a descending triangle, which I have marked here with this red trend line. Okay, since making that all-time high, we are in a descending triangle formation that I have marked down with this red trend line that is going down into our $20 support line. So these three highs here, starting off with our all-time high going down with this lower high right here around the $35 level, and then we have another lower high right here around this $27 level. All right, so it's all making lower highs and then going down into our $20 support. So I'm expecting this stock to keep doing this until around, it looks like April of 2022, where the stock is going to have to make a decision on which way it wants to go. It's either going to have to hold this support at $20 or it's going to have to break out of this descending triangle and it's going to have to make a higher high, which would have to be either over $27 here. It's going to have to make a higher high above that and start a little uptrend going above there, or it's going to have to make a lower low going below this $20 support here and make a new base somewhere below that $20, okay? So keep an eye on that. Everyone should have that marked down on their chart here. All right, so let's throw the moving averages up there and see what we're looking at with those. And you can see here, we just recently today lost our 50-day moving average as we closed below that with the big loss today with that 7% plus loss that we had today. We lost our 200-day moving average in the past couple days also here in the yellow moving average that you can see on my screen. The 50-day is in the blue, if you guys didn't know. That is our 50-day moving average. The 200-day in the yellow. Our 21-day moving average is in the light blue. And that was acting as support with our little uptrend that we were on. And you could see once we broke that 21-day moving average that was acting as support, we've been falling to the downside ever since. All right. So let's take a look at our weekly chart and see what we could find on that one. And it looks like you could see we have fallen below our 21 period moving average on the weekly chart. We finished the week below there. It looks like our 50 period moving average on our weekly chart here in the dark blue is acting as resistance. So that's very key here. As you can see, every week when we get up to this 50 period moving average, that's acting as strong resistance on our weekly chart. Let me zoom in here. And you could see these past 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, we have traded up to that 50 period moving average. Hopefully you guys can see that blue line here. And we have traded down every time we get up to that 50 period moving average, every time the weekly candle hits that. So that's going to act as strong resistance going forward here. Also, you could see here that it broke the 8 period moving average and it fell below that and closed below here in the white because that was acting as strong support throughout this little rally it was on from 20 or below 20 here to this 28.72 high. You could see that was acting as strong support through this rally here. All right, and now it has fallen below there and it closed below here. All right, this white moving average is the 8 period moving average on the weekly chart. All right, so now we're below there and we close below there. And so that is a broken support. So that is not good to see, but hopefully maybe next week we will recover and maybe regain that, but we will have to see. All right, so we got rejected off of our resistance here, this blue 50 period moving average on the weekly chart, and we also lost our support, the 8 period moving average on the weekly chart. So we should be headed down for a retest of the $20 support, and hopefully that will hold. We will see next week what that brings us, and hopefully we hold that $20 support again. You know, I think we are going to be stuck in this triangle, like I said, until, what did I say here? Until it looks like April of 2022, from what I can see on the chart here, until it has to make a decision. All right. Again, I mean, it could break out before that, but, you know, that's what it has until to break out. But you know, you never know, it could break out before that. It just you never know what could happen. There could be a catalyst, could be earnings, you never know what could cause it to break out or break down before that. But that's just the timetable it has in this triangle for it to break out or break down. So we'll see what happens with this stock. I'll be looking for next week for a test of that $20 support level again, and we'll see what happens. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.